Well, g'day guys, welcome back to the channel. Now, I get all sorts of things coming into this workshop. There's not many of us techs around, and well, me being me, fix just about anything that comes through the door. So I thought I'd start a sort of a segment of Baz's bench. What comes on the bench? Now, this will be under a playlist of Baz's bench, and it'll be a collection of just about anything that comes in here. It'll be it'll be something you can separate from the rest of the videos. They'll still all go on as normal. It's just that there'll be a separate playlist, Baz's Bench. And it won't be restorations. It won't be vintage. It'll be odd stuff. The things that come into the workshop that I thought you may be interested in. So there's a few things come to mind over the last few days, actually. I've had so many things, so much work come in the last few days. It's a shame there's not more of us techs around. But anyway, let's have a look at today's job, and this will be the first one on Baz's Bench. And yes, there it is. Told you, anything. Now, this is a Ruddweigh cattle scales, of all things. And, well, this one might be a quick, easy fix, but I thought the information may be handy to you with, well, what I think I'm going to do anyway. That's the actual unit. Okay. So that's a fairly basic, straightforward scales on the back, 2 load sensor inputs and 12 volts. So, and just selections of weighing. Okay. Now, if I give you as a close-up, you'll see where it's from. If you've got a set of scales that's similar to this, okay, so this may help you. Now, we'll put this aside because this is not the main problem. The main problem is, you may have spotted it, our plugs come off, or half off. Probably a cattle hoof or something's gone in amongst this thing. Now, this plug isn't in real good order. I may have to suss this plug out. We can probably get this going for the guy, but I think that needs a new plug, and, well, we'll have to check the other plug out. I have 2 load sensors here. Now, the second one isn't broken, but I think we need him to find out where these wires went. I'm not real certain, but we could experiment with this. We mightn't have to undo this one. Now, this fella also has a couple of cable ties on him, on the plug itself. So, yeah, I think it's about time that we looked into getting new plugs for this. But anyway, that's not the issue. The issue is to get this thing going on these wires. So I thought you may be interested, if this happens to you, of what wire goes where on the back of these plugs. All right, so first of all, we will get rid of a couple of cable ties there. Always a bit sus about things like this, but, ooh, gee. Yeah, that cable has been, yeah, he's not looking good in there. We might retape this. That wasn't the issue with it at all. This is the issue, but I can see an issue going to happen very shortly there. We'll undo this, have a look, rewrap, whatever we've got to do. Okay, so that's what we're up against. So we've got 2 wires there, a green and a red. I'm not sure which one goes where. Well, bring him back. Hard to say, but looking at it, how it's wanting to fall into place, I'd say the red one there, green one over there, and yeah, maybe. But anyway, I'll bring you guys in closer. I really don't want to undo that plug. So I think we might just inspect this whole thing. We might go with where they were, or where they looked like they were, and we'll plug it into the unit and see have we got any weight, I guess. I don't know. Haven't fixed one of these before, so this is a newbie on me. Okay, let's get into it. Enough jaw jack and Baz. Now I think before I do anything with this, I'm just going to check this out. This I want to make sure this is going to be okay, that there's not a problem up here. Alright guys, this is what we've got. I'd say the cable's been trampled, or yeah, but that's why they were wrapped individually. We'll recut them, rejoin them, and yeah, put in some heat shrink, something like that. And but first of all, now that we're going to cut these anyway. It's no use in having something like that. Whether we end our braid here, which is probably a protection on this cable as well, or join it, we'll probably put some more braid over this. I do have some braid here that I could use once we get these rejoined. The next issue is down here. Was that the way that plug went on? I'm guessing it was. Doesn't look to have been that way. I'm guessing it was like that. Now, we've got a couple of little screws in there. That one looks like he's rusted, and that one's, well, not much better. We'll connect these up. We'll connect it to the unit, see if it works, and then we'll work out what we're going to do here with the plug and everything. These screws are so rusted in there. I don't quite know what we can do. We could solder these wires in, but then again, that would just make a point of failure with the flexing, and I would say they would break off. This is not a high voltage unit. That is a high voltage plug, but I mean, these fellas are not very high voltage. And, well, it'd be nice to replace a little bit of the cable as well. Just not sure of how far to go with this. Anyway, that's where we're up to at the moment. Right, guys, well, these plugs are no longer available. Nope, another change of plans. We're going to go with the plug. I'm going to see, can I do it this way? And on our lead, I'll just show you the lead that I'm talking about. As you saw, we've got this bit in here. I'm just finding out off the customer, can we cut him back to here and get rid of this horrible bit here. We don't want to have to join like a foot on, but it all depends on the length he requires. So the other thing is this going to solder, because we've got the terminals here, but they've got rusty screws in them. So yeah, I'm going to see what we can do with this anyway. Failing this, we're going to need new plugs. But anyway, we'll see how we go with this. Now, in the meantime, I want to see what's on the back of these plugs, and is the shield connected in here anywhere? Yeah, just how these are connected up inside. So let's take them apart. Let's have a look at what's inside this unit. Better give you a look at it. Yeah, they're a bit tight. So we're just up in the air of whether we can shorten the cable. I have, by the way, resoldered into the top of the connectors here. So yes, we can solder the cables directly on as long as we've got enough strain relief on the back of the plug. So we'll look into that as well. Ideally, new plugs, new sockets, but well, time is a problem at the moment. This is needed for cattle weighing, and we don't really have the time. The plug sockets are available, a very similar one from the UK, and that will take at least a week to get here. And I don't think our man has a week. Let's have a look here. And if you're like me, you like to know what's inside these things. Okay, so obviously some little amplifiers to amplify our load cell voltage. So we'll have a look at it there. That was my phone, so it's probably my man telling me whether he wants to shorten the cable, new plugs, whatever he wants to do. Okay. First of all, we'll have a bit of a look here, and if we do go to change the sockets, what we're up against. Now, this probably will be sealed. There we go. No, it's not actually. There's no rubber seal there. Okay, sockets are looking good, aren't they? They just screw straight on there. So there's no worries in changing them. There is no ground. There's only the 4 wires. And internally, that's it. We have some little unit there. I don't know what that is. I think that's a DC-DC power supply. Our processor chip is in there. Okay. I'm trying to read it off the monitor here. 5453. Yeah. And then, of course, the other chips will be display and all that. Power reg down here. I don't know what that is. Perhaps we could look that up and find out what that is. Okay. I'm not real sure what that thing would be. But there we go. Inside it. And just the display at the bottom there. That's all there is inside these. Not a lot to it. This would be the, I would say, the amplifying module for the load cell. But these are, yeah, straightforward. Straightforward enough. What we can also check here is which wire goes to which pin on the socket. Now I'm noticing down here that there's a jumper between 2 pins here. The white is connected over here to this one. We've got Okay, we've got our white, black, red, and then we've got our green. This is fairly interesting, this. I'm going to take this one out and find out, well, why is there a jumper? Do we need a jumper on here? And is the ground connected or supposed to be connected onto this one? Is that second jumper the ground connector, or the shield, rather? And, well, that would make sense. Okay, I'll check this out. This bridge inside here, this green bridge that you can see in there. Have a look at this. This is from new. Have a look at this bit of workmanship here. How's that? From brand new. Yeah. Gee, must have been a Monday. There we go. It's a bit longer now. And I think we'll rejoin some of these. They're looking pretty ordinary as well, but at least the little screws are okay. All right, we'll do that. We'll take notes, and according to my notes that I've got here, yes, they are the same. So our wiring was correct. White, black, red, and green down the bottom. Okay, I'll refit these, fit this back in, and there, then we can get back onto the other bit. Well, guys, we're eliminating 30 centimetres and we're going ahead, and we're going to put the plug on. So what I do there, the screen is just screened from start to finish. There is nothing else that needs to be done. Really, the screen is probably not acting as a screen, but more of a protective cover for the wires. Okay, we'll shrink this on to stop any of the braid coming out the end. Which I normally do with any braided cable. Okay, now we'll have to cut him back a bit. We don't need all that wire, so we'll cut a little bit off. Hope that wasn't too much. It'll be right. Let's fit this plug on. I don't know how these wires are going to tin. They're a bit ancient. They seem to be tinned up fairly well. Well, just cut them off a bit because the plastic has retracted a little bit on them. Right, now, if you guys are doing this or got one of these, here we are. That's what we're following. And this is looking at the back of the plug, okay? Red, black, white, and green at the bottom, okay? So we'll see how we go with this old plug. Just got to heat the plug, the terminal up a little bit there. Well, that's taking well. Now this could be a common fault with these. If you've torn the wires off them and you don't know where they go, well, this is the video. Let me know if you want to keep seeing what's on Baz's bench, because I do a lot of different things, and some of the things could be out of the ordinary. It's just not radio and TV and bits and pieces anymore. Okay, I like that. That's good. Okay, let's see how this plug goes together. Now, plug goes on the back. Now, I can put some JB weld over this. Yeah, I may do. I was panicking there because I thought, oh, we've forgot this thing. But no, we haven't. It goes over the whole lot. I think I'm going to leave it like that, and we'll test him out. We'll have a look now and see if this is working. And if it is, I'll try and get this down a little bit further and do the JB weld over the top here to secure the back of the plug. I'm sure he won't move then. All right, let's set this up on the bench and see if it works. Righto, guys, here we go. Well, connecting these leads. Okay. And over here we've got the power supply running. I've got it set at 12 volts and limited at 1 amp. I'm sure it's not going to use anything like that. So what next? Before we connect the power, we'll connect our new plug. Screw him on. That's good. Okay. Now, we do have an on-off switch on the back here. I'll connect up the power supply. Now, the leads on this thing are, yeah, these. And they're designed more or less for a car battery, because you'd be out in the paddock somewhere doing this. So that's why they've got the heavy-duty clips, the Utilux clips on them. Okay, let's turn him on. Here we go. And turn the power supply on. We're drawing 43 milliamps. And I've got no idea what that is. Okay, let's tear it. Nope. Check it. Nope. Stats. Okay. Let's set something on there. Probably not heavy enough. Ah, we have a reading, 18 kilos. Now, tear. Now, just let me come up with something a little bit heavier. I'll be back shortly. I have an old anvil. There, that should be heavy enough. Let's see what it reads. 20 kilo. Now, I don't know whether that's right or not. That's a pretty heavy piece of gear. So it's saying to me 21. I have no idea whether it would be right or not. I guess it is. Check. What's check do? Nothing. Stats. Check. Don't know. And if we tear it, well, it'll go back to 0. And if we take it off, we should get minus 21. Oh! Or minus 20.5 anyway. Okay. Tear. So it's back to 0. Now, we've got two of these, so we know this is working. I can rest there. That says 9 kilos. That is way over the top because that isn't 9 kilos. Okay, now somehow I think this is meant to have both the load cells connected, so we're going to hook up the second one and then we'll come back and fix up this plug. I shouldn't have screwed this on. There we go. Okay, let's hook up the second one here. So, and what have we got now? 324. Well, yeah. Okay, there we go. Now, if I put a load across both, that's more like it, 5 kilos. Let's get our anvil and put it across both, and that's a 10 kilo anvil. So that's pretty well spot on. Okay, so you need both load cells in to balance out the weight. That's what's happening here. That's why one wasn't making any sense. And yeah, that'll be pretty close, 10.5 for the anvil. And I mean, this is, yeah, not really set up. Now, tear it off at 0. We should end up with minus 10.5. Oh, and what have we got? Minus 10.5. Guys, I think our scales are working. All right, all we've got to do now, tidy up the back of this plug, get some JB in here to stop this coming out. That will work for sure. In fact, I may take that little rubber out so that this goes in further and we'll seal it up with JB. And yeah, that'll never give problems. All right, we'll do that. Come back and the job's finished. Well, guys, this is it. I hope you enjoyed the video. There's our plug. And I haven't got a lot of light here at the moment. Hang on. Here we go. There's a bit of light for you. And JB weld, that will never give up. Totally sealed. And the unit works. So there we go. There's our first job for the bench. Back on the bench. Something a little bit out of the ordinary. Okay. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you get something from it. If you've got one of these and you need to fit these, I hope someone got something out of it. Okay, give us a thumbs up if you liked it. Share it around. Subscribe if you want to see more of this odd stuff coming up anyway on the channel. I'll put my mug back on there. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. There's another few things on the bench, and that Breville radio, we've got to get on to the alignment of it, as well as our Balmoral. Remember him, the combo unit, TV combo. We're working on him at the moment. Better do the turntable. Okay, until next time, bye for now.